So, one of the things I'm picking up in there from a gap perspective in my thinking is, we've got all this third party risk management structure that's out there evaluating the vendors that we use. Cyber, exactly. To what extent is there this gap around what are the right questions and thought processes around AI governance as I'm going through that third party risk management process?
Yeah.
Did I get that right?
Yeah, I mean, you did. And I think, so first, the approach that every company should take is not sort of bifurcating models I build versus models I buy.
Okay.
One uniform approach for governance can be applied for whether it's, I'm building it or I'm buying it. When it comes to the vendor space, same as internally, there's a qualitative assessment and there's a quantitative assessment, right? On the qualitative side, you're looking for somebody's thought process. Like, how did you build your system? What data did you use? How do you know you have the right permissions around the data that you're using?
Right.
Gen AI, that's a very common story thread, right? Then there's a quantitative piece. And, one of the things we do that is totally solvable, we think it's sort of hard and we do it well, but the idea of pen test for AI. What if you could simply just have access to the endpoint of that vendor and you run a test to see how it performs on your data set? We should all want that. That's good. As a CIO, can you imagine enabling some AI system to automate a critical piece of your business like claims or underwriting, and you haven't been able to test how it performs under your specific environmental requirements and data sets? And so I think some carriers are scared of how to get vendors to share something proprietary. But I think just like we saw in the cyberspace and we've seen a lot of other software purchasing, first you have to ask, right? And then you have to start to demand, and then you need to make it easy, right? And I think as a maturity, first people need to ask vendors for information. Then we need to sort of start to verify those and figure out ways we can make that sort of buying process more efficient, just like we're trying to do overall with third-party risk.